What's up, everyone? Sorry about the noise in the previous video. Hopefully this one's going to be noise free. Again, apologies about that. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about what I was talking about, and I'm going to go and give you a little bit more puzzle pieces to why I think the claim that AMC was ran up by investors in early 2021, late December of 2020 is complete BS, easily proven by the data, and also wanted to bring up some red flags surrounding that claim. So we all know the buy button was taken away on January 28th, 2021, but what happened the day before? Well, this article was released on January 27th, 2021 at 7:01 p.m. Central Standard Time. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open up the calendar. We're going to go back in time a little bit to, let's see here, 2021, January. So January of 2021, Wednesday was the 27th. So the day before the buy button was taken away, this article comes out the night before, 7:01, and it reads, the Wall Street Bet subreddit's own moderators made it private for a little less than 1 hour on Wednesday evening, the day before the buy button was taken away. Reddit confirmed to The Verge, but now it's back with a new post from the moderators themselves that doesn't quite explain why it vanished in the first place. The subreddit has seen a significant increase in attention in recent days following the meteoric rise in GameStop stock. No mention of AMC here. No mention whatsoever. Now, we have grown to the kind of size we only dreamed of in the time it takes to get a bad night's sleep, reads a new post from one of the mods. So basically what they're saying here is that, they had a surge of subscribers come through right around that time when the buy button was taken away. And there was no real explanation as to why that happened. Now, if we go back and we look at the data and we look at the Reddit stats, this is the results of that privated hour or, day or hour that occurred. So let me zoom in here a little bit. So on January 24th, there was only 3702 posts per day. On January 25th, that number moves up to 7795. On January 26th, 27,000. On January 27th, 68.25 thousand posts per day. Now, after this happens, keep in mind, this is when they privated the forum. The user base declines sharply on the 28th it goes from 68.25 thousand per day all the way down to 15,000 the very next day. So you're telling me that, relatively speaking, there was nobody there at all, and then all of a sudden, 2 days before the big event, we had thousands and thousands and thousands of people come into the subreddit. If we zoom in on the comments, look at this. Comments on January 23rd, 28,000. 24th, 116,000. 25th, 179,000. 26th, 352,000. And then again, tops out at January 27th at 394,000 comments per day. After the 27th, this sharply declines back down to where its levels were by February 6th. Now, anybody that's been an AMC or GME since the beginning of 2021 knows full well that most of us didn't get into these tickers until after the buy button was taken away. There was some of us in it beforehand, sure, but the majority of us came in after that initial run-up or during the run-up. So the claims being made in these allegations for the lawsuit don't make any sense, and they really match the exact same narratives that hedge funds were rolling out around that time. So on top of all this, we had the Reddit go down for 1 hour, all of a sudden have a surge in comments and posts, yet that quickly dies off right after. So, normal behavior? I don't think so. Posts per day. And this is the Wall Street Bet stats. Now, if we go to the other website here that's going to give us some data and we query some things, it's going to be an interesting tell. So we're going to search for AMC. We're going to search for AMC on Wall Street Bets. And then we're going to search for this phrase AMC before 2021. I'm sorry, before 2021 03/31, which is when the lawsuit claims the everyone on Reddit ran the stock up between late December 2020 and late March 2021, and we're going to do after 2020 12/31. When we search these queries, the comments total between this time frame, between December 2020 and March 31st, 2021, we had 326,943 comments, 78,000 posts. If you look here, all of the squeeze talk comes in after the run-up around March. So over 300,000 comments between December 2020 and March 2021. Now, if we modify this and we change this after to 2021 01 15, let's see how much this number goes down. Not a lot. I don't think it went down any. Still 326,708. What about after 2021 01 25? It goes down by 5,000. So where did all of these comments come in from? If it wasn't right before the run-up, like they claimed in the lawsuit that AMC, corroborated online to run the stock up between December and March of December 2020 and March of 2021. If that was the case, then why don't we see this reflected in the data? Now, look what happens when I erase after 2021 125 and I put after 2021 01 28. I think the website's lagging. I'm gonna have to wait a second. It goes down by a lot. So now I'm going to erase this and I'm going to do a new query. Before 2021 01 30, after 2021 01 24. Come on, load, buddy. Once this loads, I will show you. Look at that. Boom, half of the comments disappear between this time frame. So their claims in this lawsuit, which are the rescue of AMC by retail investors was a major goal of the so-called meme stock movement, consisting of retail investors who would coordinate to drive up the trading price of shares of select companies to counter the influence of short sellers. As a general rule, retail stockholders in the meme stock movement seek to buy and hold stock for the long term. Statement 56 here says it is no exaggeration to say that retail investors saved the company. In less than 72 hours, AMC went from impending bankruptcy to seeing its stock price rise 467%. Now, this is another claim that's false. AMC did not rise 467% in 3 days. AMC went from impending bankruptcy, again, like they claim, in 72 hours. Now, it's funny because that 72-hour window, if we go back to this post here, that's about the same window that we see in this little bubble here on the comments per day in the Reddit stats and in the posts per day in the Reddit stats. So I am almost convinced that whoever is behind this lawsuit had also hands to play in the Reddit takeover, which clearly occurred based on the data for that 3-day time span. And then let's go back to the lawsuit. Then they also claim many retail investors are still invested today. In addition to operating on Wall Street Bets forum, these, quote, apes started a new forum on Reddit called AMC Stock. As of February 14th, 2023, the latter forum had over 500,000 members. Okay. Now, AMC leaned into its status as a meme stock, with Aaron publicly thanking the retail shareholders for helping save the company as it delivered $2.2 billion in equity. Aaron also adopted various ideas promoted by retail investors, such as accepting cryptocurrencies for movie tickets and screening matches from the Ultimate Fighting Championship. AMC capitalized on the opportunity presented by the increase in stock price to conduct a series of at-the-market offerings of treasury shares. So essentially, what they're claiming here essentially lines up with the same narrative that we saw in early January 2021, claiming it was retail that did it. It's all retail's fault. It's not the short sellers that were, overly leveraged on these two stocks. It was retail. So I want you to just take this all in. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if there's any merit here to your thinking. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Kids are starting to cry, so gotta go. Later.